Hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of Drew's Food Reviews and another episode of Classic Candy Corner. Now, I was in the Dollar Tree the other day and I was going through some of their aisles and looking down the candy aisle to see if I could find some of the classic candies out there. And I ran across these and it kind of sparked a little bit of memories. And I don't know if these were the particular flavors that I used to have, or these are kind of newer versions of them, but I always remember these. And I used to get these, I don't know if I got them for like holidays or just, I seem to be remembering that I would go to the gas station, the mini mart, and then they always had their little candies. And it kind of came in a different pack. I think it was 3 flavors. It was like lime, cherry, and I don't know, maybe grape. I don't remember what it was, but this is called, for those of you who remember, they were the Fun Dip. And like I said, I found these at the Dollar Tree. And these ones are different flavors. I don't remember these flavors. The flavors are kind of funny. It is cherry yum diddly dip and raz apple magic dip. That's what they are. And if you don't remember these, I'm sure it'll be brought back to you from when you were little. They usually had the one thing, and they were the Fun Dip, and it was like a 3-pack, and they had the little sections of the Fun Dip, and then they had the little, it was like a little stick. It's kind of like a sweet tart kind of thing, and you would lick the stick, and then you dip it in the powder, and it was kind of like the, okay, so here we go. Get one of each. So here you can see, this is the cherry yum diddly dip. And this one is raz apple dip. It comes with this little stick in there, and then you dip it in the powder. You lick it and then you dip it in the powder, it sticks to it, and then you lick it off. And this was almost just like eating like Jell-O or pixie sticks, or some kind of that powder, the flavored powder. And sometimes we used to do that with the Jell-O flavoring. You'd take a box of Jell-O and you just lick your finger and you stick it in there and you lick it off your finger. Or if you really want to be brave, you'd take a spoon and you do the same thing. You'd lick the spoon and you dip it in there and you'd eat the powder of the Jell-O or whatever. And it was always like cherry or something like that. And I think that might have been one of the flavors. It's like cherry, lime, and orange or grape. I don't remember. And that's kind of what these are. So I'm gonna go ahead. Raspberry and apple. This is blue again. So here we go. And then this one is cherry yum diddly dip, and it looks like different versions of cherries. 45 calories on this one, and 45 calories on this one. It's made by Nestle's. And I guess what I'll do is I'm gonna see if I can open it. Okay, yeah, here. So I have to open this one up and get the little stick out of here. And yeah, here we go. Lick a stick. And it is like this, like kind of like a sweet tarty thing. And then you open up the packet and you get the little powder opened here. Trying to be real scientific about this so it doesn't spill everywhere. And sometimes we would take the thing and we just take the Jell-O or the pixie sticks and kind of drink it out of the package. Or the KoolAid. That was another thing, yeah, KoolAid or Jello, and this is like the KoolAid. And I'm just gonna go ahead and give this one a, a lick and then stick it. Fun dip, I guess so. Here we go. Yeah, this is kind of like a little sweet tart thing. Doesn't really have much flavor to it. And then you dip it in the flavor and get it nice and coated. It always comes out and it looks like, you know. Yeah, there we go. Kind of like a doctor's little, the little thing you put in your mouth and go, ah, makes you gag. So I'm gonna try this. Ooh, yeah. It's almost like eating Jello or, you know, the Jello or KoolAid flavoring, but this one had to be with the sugar because when you would eat like the unflavored KoolAid, it didn't taste very good. Wow, it's pretty good. Nice and intense, like a pixie stick. Nice and flavorful, cherry flavor to it. So that's pretty good. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use it. Might as well do it like I'm supposed to do it. Open them up. Take out the stick. A little licky stick. And I used to get these probably either from the market, the AM/PM. We called it the mini market. And this one's going to be blue. So, in there. Or sometimes you can get them from the ice cream man. He'd come around. They usually had ice cream, and then he also had the candy, the Jolly Ranchers, all that stuff. Oh wow, this is weird. This is apple and kind of blueberry, and it's also greenish, bluish, turquoise color. It doesn't look the most appetizing color. It looks like, I don't know, like the toilet bowl cleaner. Yeah. Taste the blueberry and the apple to that. A little bit tart. So yeah, and then after you get through all the mix, you can eat the stick. It's kind of like a, I don't know, a little candy stick. But yeah, that kind of reminds me of that. And like I said, we would play with the KoolAid and the Jello, and sometimes what you do is you would take the KoolAid and then you'd dip your finger in them, especially if it was the KoolAid that was in the containers. And I think, well, they had the KoolAid in the big pouches that already had the sugar added. Then you got, if you were cheap, you got the little KoolAid with the little unsweetened packets, and you put like, a pound of sugar in them. And we'd also take the KoolAid and you'd make a popsicle out of them. They had the little Tupperware popsicles with the plastic container, and then they had the little thing that looked like a pacifier that had a little ring, and you'd stick it in there and you'd make a little freezy pop. Or you'd also get the Otter Pops that were in the plastic tubes, and you'd freeze them in the freezer, and then you'd eat those. And they always had the real sharp edges on them, and when you put it in your mouth, you'd cut up your mouth because the edge of the plastic was kind of sharp. And they had like the Otter Pops, and then they also had other kind of, I don't remember what the other ones were. They were like generic ones. And then they also had, I remember, that's the one thing I do remember, kind of bringing back some memories on this. way back when, before they went under and they rebranded themselves, there was a place in the next town, and it was called it was the Hostess Outlet Store or whatever. I don't know, or the Hostess Bakery Store. And what it was is it was just a little shop, and it had all the Hostess products. It had the cupcakes, the Twinkies, the fruit pies. It had bread. It had all the different Hostess products. It would have bread, buns, and I remember one of the things that they did have in there was it wasn't the KoolAid brand, it was some other brand. It was oh God, I don't even remember the name of it, but it was like a cheap version of it. I think they had Weiler's was one of them. And then I don't even remember the name brand, and it was really cheap. You'd get a 10-pack of them, and they were the unsweetened KoolAids, and they were either in a multi-pack, or you can get I think they were 10 cents a piece. You'd get them and you'd pile them all up, and then you'd go there, and then they also had the Hostess Twinkies, the Ding Dongs, the cupcakes, the Zingers, all the different things, and they were usually old. They were a couple days old, and they sold them for a little bit discount because they were, I don't know if they were getting close to their expiration date or they'd been around for a little while, and they'd always have a little bit of discount on them. And also they had chips and things like that, and you'd go in there and you'd get all your your snacks and stuff in there. And then right about the time the Hostess went under, they closed all the Hostess bakery outlets or whatever, and I don't think they're reopening them, at least not in my area, so I don't think they're around anymore. You can get the discount. And I remember right before they closed, now they're called fudge covered Twinkies, and back in old days they were called Chocodiles because they were chocolate covered Twinkies, and I guess that was their name for them. They called them the Chocodiles, and I used to go there and get those. And like I said, I'd get my mom would always take me there, and she'd say, okay, pick out what you want for your lunch. She'd say, pick out your snacks, and I'd get Ding Dongs or Ho-Hos or Twinkies or whatever, and also get the couple things of the KoolAid. And also then sometimes they had candy in there, and I think the Fun Dip was one of the ones that I would get, and also the Big League Chew gum that you could have. It was a big wad of shredded bubble gum. And you'd pretend like you were a ball player, and you put that chewing tobacco in your mouth, and you chew a big old wad of it. It was usually grape. I think one of them was grape, Big League Chew, and maybe regular bubble gum. And those were kind of the things that we used to do, way back when. And like I said, they had that, and I think they might even have Big League Chew around, and they probably have they still had the Fun Dip and some of the other, kind of strange things that I used to get when I was a little kid. And that some of them were kind of cool, the Pop Rocks and the things like that. And yeah, these Fun Dip ones, they were kind of Fun Dip, and I think they even had them, I don't know, I think they had them actually, I think I've seen them now for Valentine's Day. They have a multi-pack, and it's got Valentine's Day, I guess. You get one little package and you write someone's name on it and send it to them. And, that's all you need is a kid hopped up on sugar on Valentine's Day, dipping these little sticks in the powdered sugar and the flavored sugar. It's all it really is. Oh, Yeah, sometimes you'd make the powder and you put it in with water and you'd stir it up with the little licky stick, and I don't know, just a lot of different weird things from when I was little, and that was kind of the thing that we used to do. And I don't know, I was kind of weird on some of these things, and just some of the memories that I have of some of the candy that I tried when I was little. And like I said, one of the ones that I did try was the Fun Dip. And like I said, I found them at the Dollar Tree and thought it would be fun to go over some of the memories with you guys about the Fun Dip and the old snacks and the Hostess Twinkies and the, all that stuff. And the new version of them are not quite the same as the old one. Seem to have gotten a lot smaller, and taste isn't quite the same, but I guess it's good that they did bring them back and you're able to try them again. So that's kind of some of my memories of when I was little and I had the little Fun Dip. And I don't have any real unique stories about, what I did when I was little around the Fun Dip or whatever. I don't think I tried it all that often. And it was just kind of one of those things that, it's pure sugar, and the parents didn't want to let you have sugar when you were a little kid because, rot your teeth, or, little kids are hopped up on sugar and bouncing off the walls. That's not a good thing. So, yeah, they always try to tell them to stay away from it. And, kids would always find it. Sometimes you'd go and, raid your mom's purse, or look under the couch cushions or in the car door, and you'd find, some change, and you get like a quarter or 50 cents or whatever, and you'd head on down to the mini mart or the grocery store or the liquor store or whatever, and you'd buy, some little cheap thing. Like I said, these probably like a quarter back when I was little. You'd sneak it when your mom wasn't looking. And you get yourself some sugar, and then you'd come home. Mom was always wondering why you were so wired. It's just something that you'd try. So anyway, that's kind of some of my memories of the Fun Dip. And perhaps I can find some other things out there. Another thing you could do is take these little Fun Dips and then dip the Pop Rocks in them. And then you pop when you eat them. That's another thing to do. And like I said, sometimes when you'd run out of stick, or you'd lose a stick or whatever, you just lick your finger and stick it in there and taste it. So yeah, that was kind of the fun stuff and things that I did when I was little. So if you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit the subscribe and the notification bell right over here. And I hope you guys are enjoying some of my memories from when I was little and some of the classic candies that I'm trying. And I'm still going to keep looking for them. I seem to be finding more and more every day, and it's bringing back a lot of different memories. So until next time, this has been another episode of Classic Candy Corner. And I'd like to thank you for joining me in the stories and a little reminiscing about some of the classic candies. So till next time on Drew's Food Reviews, I'll talk to you later. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put some of these away. And there's like 8 of them or 10 of them in here. I don't know how many there were in here, but I got a little bit of oh yeah, KoolAid. That was the one, the name brand, KoolAid. So if you want to remember your memories, go out and see if you could find them. Dollar Tree or the grocery store, some places still have them. So till next time on Drew's Food Reviews, I'll talk to you later.